It's Smyrna week, and the Bulldogs bring a completely different set of problems for us with their spread offense, no huddle.
Yeah, it's a spread offense, no huddle, but it's not the situation where they're going to line up and they're going to put pressure on you getting a defensive call in. What they're actually doing is lining up and wanting to see where you're lining up and then calling the play from the sideline. So it's like they're the ones that's under pressure to get the play in because they got to see where you're lining up at.
And they're making those decisions, I guess, on the sideline and waggling the plays in with hand signals to their sophomore quarterback.
Yeah, they're signaling in. Of course, he's making a call to them. In fact, you can see all their heads on film. They're all turned looking at the guy making signals. As soon as he signals, they're all heads turned back the way that they was going, and that signifies they've got the play in. And hopefully, we'll be able to use that to our advantage, actually.
They're 2-4 on the year. Smyrna's been a little rocky here the last several games. Can we keep them on that downward skid?
Well, they're got some good athletes. If we can keep them from throwing the football and put some pressure on the quarterback, then we'll have a good shot at winning the football game. I feel like we'll be able to take and put together some things offensively that's going to give them some problems defensively. And it's not any different defense than what we faced against Oakland or any of these other split 3 teams or split 4 teams where you got 4 down linemen and 4 linebackers. And, of course, they do a lot of stuff with them. But the thing about it is that's what we've seen week in and week out except for Mount Juliet week.
Health-wise, how's this Blue Devil football team? I know Kyle Schaefer had the ankle that was banged up last week against Mount Juliet. How's he been in practice this week?
Well, we're going into our 7th ball game of the season, and by this time you're expecting people to be banged up a little bit. And right now the way it is Kyle wound up getting his ankle turned. It's a high ankle sprain, but he's been jogging on it during practice and bouncing on it and stuff and getting a feel for it. And he assures me he's going to be ready to go Friday night, and he'll be a great asset if he is. He's a heck of a defensive end, especially in the things that Smyrna does. He'll be great in helping us cover those people. Offensively, he's a big playmaker. He's a good target for Chad to throw the football to, and when we can get the football to him, we can make things happen.
Moose, good luck to you, the Blue Devils, tonight. A regional football game against Smyrna.
Thanks, Tommy.
Stand by for Lebanon and Smyrna after these messages.
Jordan's Catering are proud sponsors of Lebanon High School Blue Devil football. Chester Jordan would like to wish the Blue Devils good luck and much success on this year's season. From Jordan's Catering, go Big Blue. First Insurance Group are proud sponsors of Lebanon High School Blue Devil football. Tony Shipp, Jeff Brown, and Bill Dodson would like to wish the Blue Devils good luck and much success on this year's season. From First Insurance Group, go Blue Devils. Permapipe are proud sponsors of Lebanon High School Blue Devil football. Jerry Trippett would like to wish the Blue Devils good luck on this year's season. From Permapipe, go Big Blue. Re-elect Mayor Don Fox campaign are proud sponsors of Lebanon High School Blue Devil football. Mayor Don Fox would like to wish the Blue Devils good luck and much success on this year's season.
A lot of success stories in Lebanon in the last few years, but none bigger than the Lebanon Blue Devils. And that's because we all pull together. So just come out Friday nights and watch us at the high school football field. Watch us pull behind our Blue Devils.
From the re-elect Mayor Don Fox campaign, go Big Blue. Dillon Cabinet and Millwork are proud sponsors of Lebanon High School Blue Devil football.
Blue and white. Blue and white. Yeah, blue and white. Blue and white. Yeah, blue and white.
Danny Dillon would like to wish the Blue Devils good luck and much success on this year's season. From Dillon Cabinet and Millwork, go Big Blue.
Just behind Jones a little bit.
Defendahl in the ball game now, replacing Schaefer. Jones to the near side, other wide side. Defendahl to the short side. Blue Devils moving right to left for the 3rd down and 5. Almost a 3rd and 6. Lanning hands off to Forrest. Had a hold, and it closes. He gets to the 24, and that's it. They'll push him back. Not enough room in there for the 1st down, and the Blue Devils will have to punt the football away. So it's 3 and out for the Blue, their first possession.
Coming in to kick the football for Lebanon. Schaefer normally is the kicker for Lebanon, but Derek Allison will drop in the punt formation for Lebanon High School as Schaefer still bothered by that ankle sprain. Deep to return is James McKnight.
McKnight back at his own 43, and Allison will stand at the 12, and he'll hit it at about the 14. Here's the snap. It's low, but he's got time. Pretty good kick, end over end, going to kick it away, and it's going to take a Lebanon bounce. Picked up by McKnight, trying to come to the near side. Lebanon's going to hit him and knock him down as he crosses the 40. He scooped it up at about the 38. Lebanon hits him at the 40, and he falls forward at the 40 to the 42. Dustin Minchie downfield to make the stop for the Blue Devils.
Terry, the athletic play on that kicking situation for Lebanon was Allison making a catch.
Nice pickup by Allison on the short hop. He booms it out 42 yards. McKnight returns it 8 yards. That's where Smyrna's going to take over just outside their own 41-yard line.
Smyrna now, we'll get a look at this. Well, they're going to move him up under center. Wokey, the 6'3", 180-pound sophomore, moves up under the center. 2 wideouts, left and right. They hand it to the tailback. Got big hole through the middle. 45-50, 45-40. Lebanon's going to hit him and knock him down as he crosses the 35 all the way down to the Blue Devil 34. Finally making the stop is Smith down there. Aaron Smith for the Blue Devils, the nose guard downfield to make the tackle at the Blue Devil 34.
Tried to slip the I formation offense in there. Shannon is the tailback for Smyrna, and he got the carry. In there at fullback is James Jansen.
And they go that no huddle now, and they're ready to go again. 2 wideouts to the wide side. Blue Devils stung badly on that first opening play by Smyrna. Wokey, hands again, no, he can't to his tailback, trying to get outside, and he's going to be hit and pull back. A nice defensive play, but Justin Jones coming up out of the secondary, grabbed a handful of shirt, and I don't think he got back to the line of scrimmage. I think he lost a yard, back to the 35.
Good recovery by Jones in the secondary as they try to bounce the off-tackle play outside. That's Shannon on the carry, and Jones with great pursuit from the free safety position.
Again, up under the center as they flip the wideouts, and now they get motion across the action. And Wokey drops back, wants to throw, fires out to the near side. Did he catch it? I think he said he did, but he's hit by Defendahl just as soon as he did. That virtually could have gone either way. He was throwing out there for Brandon James, and James, a 5'11", 155-pound sophomore, catches it at the 31. It's a gain of about 4, and it'll bring up 3rd and 7.
Lebanon scrambling around defensively. They want to be set as Smyrna is set.
Big play here for the Blue Devil defense. Smyrna now brings action. Daniel Childs, and Wokey going to throw it out and completes the pass down near the 31, but not much there. The pass is completed to Glenn McKnight, the wide receiver who was flanked out, came back in toward the line of scrimmage, and they was going to try to swing it out there and let him make a play, but the Blue Devils was there to knock it down.
They had a tackle standing right next to him, and that pass was thrown behind the line of scrimmage.
Now they put 4 wideouts out. They're going for it on a 4th and 7. Wokey out of the shotgun now. This is the first time we've seen him use the gun tonight. Wokey getting the play from the sideline. 4 receivers out. Hands off through the middle. Big hole. 30, 25. He's got the first down. Still on his feet. Crosses the 25 all the way down to the 21 and is going to be knocked back. And he gets the first down, and they cross Lebanon up. They were thinking pass Blue Devils trying to cover all those receivers, and again they give it to the tailback, and that is Shannon. And Shannon carries it for the first down all the way down to the 21.
Terry, pretty good carry there by Shannon.
Tommy, 4th and 7, and Shannon picks up 10, first down at the 11 and 21.
Bulldogs on the move at the Blue Devil 21. Early in the first quarter, 7:42, no score as of yet here in Smyrna. Wokey, toss, sweep, left side, and here goes Shannon. Blue Devils coming up. They'll hit him. Flag's going to fly, and I think that's going to be a hold on Smyrna. But we'll have to wait and see. I think a Blue Devil was held over there, but the gain was 2-3 yards as he crossed the 20 to the 18, so a pickup of 3, but Smyrna is going to be called for holding, and that'll cost them 10. From the 21, that should put it back to the 31 when they get through walking.
10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
Well, it put it back just outside the 30-yard line, where it will be first down and 19 now.
Couple of flags on that play. They came out early. Gary Eakes, the referee, saw that hold immediately.
Again, they go with the 2 wideouts to the wide side. Wokey now goes back. Well, he decided to get back up under the center. And again, they give it to that tailback. Lebanon all over that play this time. He made the 29, no further. And he winds up back at the 38 with about 4 Blue Devils on top of him. But the forward progress, he got a yard to the 29.
Kyle Schaefer looks pretty good. He had his head in there on that play. A wide receiver package coming in for the Bulldogs of Smyrna. Lebanon's had to adjust a little bit defensively. Varte Martin and Miller, the 2 tackles. Smith is the nose man.
Now they put 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side, go out of the shotgun again. Wokey, the sophomore quarterback. He wants his tailback on the other side, and again they give it to that tailback, and again there's that big hole, but Lebanon closes it in a hurry, making a nice play for the Blue Devils. Is Trice, the linebacker. He makes the 25 and got the football just inside the 25, maybe to the 24, call it the 24. So it'll bring up a 3rd down and 13 now for the Bulldogs.
They're trying to outnumber you. They put 3 receivers on one flank and a solo receiver on the other. They try to have you outnumbered in the middle because you got to cover them on the ends, and Lebanon doing a good job of catching up and pursuing the football.
And they got that big line. Lebanon coming through, long throw, and here's the pass that's going to be pass interference on the Blue Devils. I think they'll call it on Dustin Minchie. So that will give them a first down.
Brandon James was the wide receiver. He's running a flag route. Dustin Minchie had him man. They both dove for the football. I don't know where one guy had an advantage over the other. Possibly there was one. I was very far away on that one.
That'll make it a 1st and 10 after they get through walking from the 12-yard line. Ball at the Blue Devil 12. And it's 1st and 10. They'll have to go to the 2 for the first down. Wokey out of the gun. Bulldogs threatening to score. And a loose football, and the Blue Devils fall on Wokey. Way back at the 19, it's going to be a loss of about 7.
And Gary Eakes, the referee, threw a flag. He meant to throw his beanbag because the ball was loose and on the ground. The yellow flag came out, and he immediately went over and picked that up. Bad exchange between the quarterback and the center, so a negative play for the Bulldogs.
2nd down, 18 now. You're going to see, I think, a lot of that slippery football tonight both ways, because it really rained here before. Handoff, direct snap to the tailback, but the Blue Devils smell that out, and big Varte Martin gets him at the 20, a loss of a yard. Varte Martin, they had a direct snap that time. They were in the shotgun, snap it to the tailback, but Varte Martin was not fooled and made the stop, got a handful and wouldn't turn loose, and he got him down at the 20, so it's a loss of a yard.
Varte has played well here the last 3 or 4 weeks, folks. Picked up that fumble last week and rambled 42 yards with it. Stayed at home right there and made the play on Shannon.
3rd and 18 for the Bulldogs. They're at the Lebanon 20. 4 receivers out, and Wokey wants to throw. Fires long in the corner. Touchdown. Lebanon slipped. Deffendahl either slipped or was pushed off and fell, and it was an easy touchdown for the Bulldogs as they go to Glenn McKnight. The 5'8", 155-pound senior hauls it in the corner of the end zone, and the Bulldogs go on top of the Blue Devils 6-0.
John, you've got the call of this PAT attempt by Smyrna.
Thank you, Tommy. Hayes in to attempt the point after. The snap, it's called for. It's back. It's on the tee. It's clean. The kick is up. It looks good. It is. The score with 4:44 to go in the first quarter of play. Smyrna 7, the Blue Devils 0. The sideline report is brought to you by Ron's Family Hair Design, located on North Cumberland Street in Lebanon, across from Save-A-Lot. Go by and see Ron and the gang in the morning for all your hair care needs. Back to the station for this 30-second commercial break.
Pass reception from David Wilkie. Adam Hayes kicks the extra point. It's 7-0 Smyrna.
And Hayes is set to kick. Vanderbilt going to let it go into the end zone and through the end zone, and the Blue Devils will bring it out and play it from the 20. Good decision there because you don't want to handle that wet football. It was a pretty good kick. On a dry field, he would have probably caught it at about the 10, but didn't want to take that chance. Blue Devils will put it in play at the 20. 4:44 remaining in quarter one. Smyrna leading the Smyrna leading the Blue Devils 7-0.
And Lebanon holding true to form for now four games in a row. He's given up touchdowns on the opening possession by the opponent.
Blue Devils double wide outs to the near side. Lannon underneath, set in the ball club. Lannon looks, wants to throw, swings it out to Forrest, can't get to it. Led him too far. That one may have made a little yardage had he been able to run under the pass, but Forrest couldn't come up with it. It was 2nd down and 10. Blue Devils can't seem to get anything going. They were 3 and out on their first possession, and now it's 2nd and 10 as they get nothing on 1st down.
Just a little too much air under that swing pass. Neighbors, the tight end, goes out of the game. Deffendahl comes in from the sideline for the Blue Devils.
And the rain starts again here in Smyrna. Lebanon will bring Schaefer and Deffendahl to the near side. Jones to the far side. And Lannon will go out of the shotgun. Lannon back to throw. Looks, got a little time. Got his man, breaking a tackle. Out to the 20, to the 25. All the way out to the 29 goes Justin Jones, who made the grab, broke a tackle at the 20, and gets out to the 29. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 1.
Had Justin Forrest as a lead blocker. Lebanon in the shotgun with 2 backs protecting Lanning. Maximum protection on that play as Dwayne White was in the game to help block for the quarterback, Lanning.
Blue Devils now will send 2 receivers out. Schaefer far side, Minchie to the near side, and Lannon is underneath. Lannon gives to Forrest. Had a hole, will drive forward, cross the 30, out to the 32, and get the 1st down. It's the first down of the ball game for the Blue Devils as they pick up 1st down number 1 here tonight, and we're nearly at the end of the first period. 3:54 to play in the opening quarter.
Lebanon with a surprisingly strong crowd across the way here. We figured we had a lot of folks in the parking lot waiting for this rain to subside a little bit, and they've broken out the rain gear and got a good showing from the Lebanon folks.
Minchie near side, Schaefer far side. Smyrna doing a lot of stunning on defense, bringing everybody up tight, and they give it to Forrest, and Forrest is going to plow and drive and move over the 35, keeps pumping out to the 36, may have made the 37. A gain of about 4 yards where it seemed that there wasn't going to be a whole lot there.
We'll give a stop to number 41.
Lebanon in what they call a gap lineup. Dwayne White was a fullback, and he was lined up in the center guard gap to give Lebanon almost an extra lineman, cheating at the line of scrimmage up very close.
2nd down 6 now for the Blue Devils at their own 37. And Lannon with 2 receivers out. Blue Devils in the eye. Lannon drops back, wants to throw. Fires long. Jones is there. Intercepted. Smyrna will pick it off at their 44. And making the grab was Glenn Knight on the interception. He was trying to let Minchie outrun the coverage, and the pass was a little bit underthrown. McKnight looks around at the last moment, and the ball is right there, and he picks it off. So the Bulldogs will have their 2nd possession.
Just another situation. If the ball's got a little more air under it, if it's closer to the sideline, the Lebanon receiver has a shot at it. As it is, Smyrna with a good interception.
Blue Devils back on defense. Wokey up under the center. 2 wide outs left, and they give it to that tailback. He slides outside, and here Lebanon going to meet him there. He's going to get to the 50 and maybe to the Lebanon 49. He's going to get 7 or 8 yards on the carry and then be pulled back. Justin Jones comes over in a hurry, slows him down until help gets there. He shakes Jones off, but the rest of the Blue Devils had recovered. They put it in Lebanon territory by the length of the football, and they'll bring up 2nd down and 3 after a gain of 7.
They're blocking man on man up front, trying to spread us out, and then just let Shannon, the tailback, make a little cut.
And they're big up front, very big across that front line. 225, 270, 280, 265, and 250 in that interior. Wokey hands to that tailback again, and he'll spin and drive and may have the first down near the 41. And I think he does have the first down, but we'll have to wait and check that. After the spot of the football, it's going to be awfully close, but I believe it's going to be the first down. And they say no, likes about a foot, so it's going to be 3rd down and a foot to go for the first down. Smyrna going to that no-huddle offense, double wideouts to the right side. And now a mix-up, and the official's going to come in, and I think they've called for a measurement. I think Smyrna may have called for a measurement. So they will measure it.
And when you go in the no huddle, if you call for a measurement, that's just like a timeout. You're able to get the play in verbally. They bring a wide receiver to the sideline and let him talk it over with the head coach. They send him back out on the field so they don't have to signal on that play. Darrell Tigert comes into the game with the play, and it is
first down.
It is a first down, right at the stick, and a good eye by Shad Owens, the head coach here at Smyrna. He had that eyeballed and thought it was a first down. It was right there at the stick.
So it's 1st and 10 now for the Bulldogs at the Blue Devil 41. Well, actually just inside the 42, but nearing the 41. And it'll be 1st and 10. And after the interception, the Bulldogs are on the move again, leading Lebanon 7-0 with 1.5 minutes to go here in the first period. Wideouts, 2 of them to the near side. Wokey up under the center. And they hand off in the middle. And not a lot there, just a power play. It's going to move it over the 45. Down to the 44, a gain of about 2 yards, maybe 3 on the carry.
Number 36, James Jansen on the carry.
It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 2nd down and 7.
Ryan Neighbors on the stop.
Ball at the Lebanon 38. And the Bulldogs are ready to go again.
2nd and 8.
Wokey, the quarterback, up under the center. Looks, wants to throw. Fires, got his man at the 25 to the 20. Hit and knocked down. Flag going to be down. He'll be knocked down at the 25-yard line. Cross the 30 down to the 25. Will be hit there.
Clyde, that was a block in the back. One of the Smyrna receivers, it looked like Brandon James kind of peeled back to make a block to try to spring Tigert for some extra yardage. And when he did that, he got Justin Jones right in the back.
Well, that's going to cost him dearly. They'll walk it back from the spot of the play. That'll move it back from the 25. Well, they mark it from where it occurred, so it'll be back to the 42-yard line, where it will be 2nd down and 6.
Ball ends up at the 42-yard line.
So instead of 1st and 10 from the Lebanon 25, they've got 2nd and 6 from the 42. Wokey sets his ball club. Shannon, the tailback. Lebanon cheating up to the line of scrimmage. Long count. Wokey hands it off to his tailback, and Schaefer's there. No gain on that play. Schaefer got him as he was trying to turn that corner, and Schaefer will put him down.
John, on that play, that was the first real slip that we've seen tonight, despite the fact that it has been awfully wet.
You're right, Tommy. They've really had some good footing out there on this obviously wet turf. It's wet everywhere out here. We had a hard rain for at least 30 minutes before the game started. It's sprinkling now, and just really the worst conditions we played in so far this year.
That's going to be the end of the first quarter. Lebanon trails Smyrna by a score of 7-0. We'll be back in 30 seconds. 0.9, Tommy Bryan, Terry Stafford, John Bryan down on the field, and of course Clyde Harville calling the play-by-play. Lebanon and Smyrna, the Blue Devils trail 7-0 as Smyrna has the football and they are driving to start this second quarter of action.
And the Bulldogs will be looking at a 3rd and 6 from the Lebanon 42. Woke again moves up under the center, and they go with a double wideouts, and Wokey back wants to throw. Look, Lebanon chasing him. Got him on the run. And now he fires long and out of bounds to the near side. Lebanon had it covered pretty well. Justin Jones, the nearest man to the football, but nobody could get to that. He just threw it away, and I think they may send the kicker in. Jeremy Ratliff is in the ball game to do the punting. He'll punt from the 45, and Justin Jones will drop back in safety for the Blue Devils, who trail 7-0 with 11:52 to play here in the first half. Just begun second quarter action. Ratliff's low snap, but he's got time. Beautiful kick. Justin Jones will just let it go, and it's going to go out of bounds at about the 4-yard line. They'll mark it at the Lebanon 4. So a great kick by Ratliff as he goes for the corner. Hits a beautiful high spiral that just hits at about the 15 and squirts all the way down and goes out of bounds at the Lebanon 4, and that's where the Blue Devils will have to put the football in play.
Terry, it's like teams don't kick toward the corner anymore, but Ratliff got off a great one.
Tommy, beautiful kick, high spiral, ran out of bounds at the 4-yard line. 38-yard punt, of course, no return. Lebanon going to have to start deep in their own territory.
And hanging on to the football becomes paramount here, Clyde Harville. You've got to protect the football. Be relatively conservative in your play calls. You want to take it easy.
Well, let's see what the Blue Devils do. They put 2 receivers to the short side of the field. And they put Forrest in motion. Lannon with a long call. And going to try a quarterback keeper. He got back to the line of scrimmage and no more. It'll be second down. And I don't know if that was a busted play or if that was a call play, but nobody took the football. Lannon turned it up in the middle, and there was no gain on the play. It'll be second down and 10 for the Blue Devils from their own 4.
Clyde, I tend to believe that was a called play. Forrest goes in motion, goes out of the play, and you fake the belly in there to Trice, and Lanning just kind of stutter steps and tries to follow him up in the hole.
But the Bulldogs weren't buying. It's second down 10, Lebanon from their own 4. They hand off to Trice, the fullback, and he'll cross the 5 out to the 6, may have made the 7. Trice, the fullback, on the carry, gets about 3 out to the 7. And it'll bring up, well, they're just going to give him 2 to the 6. It'll be third down and 8 for the Blue Devils.
Lebanon up front has the Haynes brothers at the guard positions. Clemens at a tackle. Zach Thompson's in there at a guard spot for Lebanon right now.
Blue Devils now, 2 wideouts, Schaefer and Jones to the near side or the short side. And Lannon, the quarterback, underneath. 7-0 Smyrna. And they hand it to Forrest, and Forrest is going to punch it out to about the 9, and the Blue Devils will have to kick it away from that point, as he's going to be way shy of the first down by, it'll bring up 4th and at least 4, maybe 4th and 5, as they're not going to give him the 9. They're going to spot it at the 8, so it'll bring up a 4th and 4, and the Blue Devils will have to kick it away. And the Blue Devils did, as you said, Tommy. They played it very safe down there. Close, and now Allison is going to be called on to get a good kick away and get him out of a deep hole here. Allison will kick from about the goal line.
Smyrna's coaching staff out near the hash mark, their athletic director as well. I don't know what the conversation is about. They were motioning to the sideline over there. John, any light you can shed on what's going on?
I think the clock is either messed up or they're going to maybe, that's what they're doing, they're bringing the clock operator up to the press box to run it from up there because it's messed up on the field. We've been seeing flashes of something out here. Don't know if it's the stadium lights or perhaps some lightning maybe. I'm not sure, but we've seen some flashes back here somewhere, so we're going to keep an eye on the sky as well.
So Lebanon will kick it once they get everybody situated. The electric clock operator comes upstairs, and he was quickly up here, and will run the clock, run the scoreboard from up here. They're pulling in the remote control operations for the clock, and they've had some kind of malfunction with the clock.
So the Blue Devils are set to kick, and back deep is McKnight. Glenn McKnight in single safety. He'll stand at his own 48. Allison got time. End over end kick. McKnight going to take it at the 40, 35, 30, 25, slides inside all the way down to the 21. So they return, got a good return. McKnight got a good return. He was running full speed when he caught that ball and then turned into the middle of the field, gets knocked down at the 21. So the Bulldogs are in excellent position again, and they lead the Blue Devils 7-0.
Brody Farrell on the tackle for Lebanon as the Blue Devil defense backed up, Terry, with that kick and return.
Tommy, 32 yards on the kick. McKnight returned it 19 of those yards. So Smyrna going to start at the 11 and 21.
Up under center is the sophomore quarterback, Wokey. Double wide out set. Hands to his tailback coming to the near side. Lebanon misses a tackle, but they're still going to get him at the line of scrimmage.
The counter tray was the call. Fullback goes one way, tailback comes the other, and Lebanon's first defender on the scene, Chris Hires, blew through unobstructed, but missed the tackle in the backfield. Thank goodness we had some white shirts there helping out, and no gain on the play.
2nd down and 10. They put McKnight to the left, and they put 3 receivers to the wide side, and Wokey will go out of the shotgun. Ball at the Lebanon 21, 2nd down and 10. Wokey with the call. Looks, fires it out on the far side. He's got it at the 20 to the 15. Breaks a tackle. Flags are down. He's at the 10, inside the 5, down to the 2. But a flag is down back at the 14, so check it.
They ran a little quick screen to the wide receiver. Preliminary indication is that the call is going against the Bulldogs.
Holding, Tommy.
The pass was complete to the slot man, Dale Brown, but there was a hold right there when he caught the football, and that flag came out quickly.
So the hold will walk it back from the 14 to the 24. And it will bring up 2nd down and 14 now for the Bulldogs.
Terry, what about Wokey throwing the football tonight?
Tommy, Wokey 5 of 6 here in the first half for 50 yards.
Wokey out of the shotgun this time. 3 receivers out. Rain pretty steady out there right now. Wokey back to throw. Looks, fires long in the corner. And Smyrna pushed off that time. I don't know who. Yes, he's going to call it on him. And I think the same guy pushed off Deffendahl down on the other end of the field on their touchdown. But definitely he got caught that time pushing the Blue Devils away down at the 3-yard line. It was Glenn McKnight. A very obvious push.
Shockley, the recipient of that push by the receiver.
So this will be a biggie from the 24.
That goes from the line of scrimmage.
Is that down also? It is, isn't it? That'll move the football back to the 41, where it's going to be 3rd and a mile. They've got to go to about the 10-yard line for the first down.
That's big right there. That is big. They were knocking on the door just a moment ago.
McKnight with an obvious push down at the 3-yard line, and I think he got away with one in the end zone on their touchdown. 3, 4 wide outs out. And Wokey out of the shotgun. Looks, fires long to the near side, and here's Schaefer batting it away. Schaefer, the defensive end back there, knocks it away from Brandon James down at the 20. And it'll bring up 4th down, and again they'll trot their punter out. Is it Ratliff? Jeremy Ratliff. So the Blue Devils come out of that pretty good after a holding penalty and a offensive pass interference penalty.
Clyde, it looks like Schaefer's moving pretty well. They had dropped him in the pass coverage. Jones deep to return for Lebanon.
Ratliff at his own 46 will kick it away. Lebanon in a hurry and almost got it. It's an end-over-end thing. It's going to hit and take a bounce. Jones going to pick it up, head for the near side, broke one tackle, dives out over the 15 to the 16. So in an exchange of punts, Lebanon gains from the 4 out to the 16. So it'll be 1st and 10 now for the Blue Devils. Well, they put it at the 15. Didn't get too good of a spot there, but
Terry, that kick and return.
Tommy kick by Ratliff, good for 31 yards. Jones doing a good job of picking it up and running with it out to the 15.
Deffendahl goes wide left. Jones to the short side. Blue Devils moving left to right. Lannon toss sweep to Forrest, and Forrest got a little running room. Moves out over the 15, out to the 20, and is going to be knocked down at the 19 or 20, but it's going to be a gain of about 4 on a sweep, toss sweep to the left side. Forrest will gain 4 to bring up 2nd down and 6.
Lebanon got in the unbalanced look. They had a tackle over, 2 tackles on the left side, and trying to let Forrest get out behind that extra blocker. They picked up some decent yardage there on 1st down.
Again, they go with the 2 wideouts. Deffendahl near side, Jones to the far side, Lannon up under the center. Lannon, hand off to Forrest. Forrest got a little running room, coming to the near side to the 25, to the 30, 35, 40. He may be gone. 45, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Blue Devils. Forrest carries it to the house. Long touchdown run. Justin Forrest carried it all the way. You could see that open up. And then he got a block downfield and just simply outrun everybody to the end zone.
Well-designed play as Lebanon ran once to the wide side with the extra blocker, then came back to the short side with the sweep to the weak side, and man, it opened up beautifully. 81 yards from scrimmage for the tailback, Justin Forrest. John, you've got the call of this PAT attempt.
Miller in to attempt the point after. Deffendahl will handle the long snap from center. Miller's kicking it from straight back. 3-step kick up, good. It's tied. Justin Forrest gets us back in this contest. It's 7-7 with 7:45 to go in the first half of play. The sideline report is brought to you by a wet John Bryan and Ron's Family Hair Design, located on North Cumberland Street in Lebanon. Go by and see Ron and the gang tomorrow. Get your hair dried, get it cut, get it fixed. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
With a scoring touchdown, 85 yards in 3 plays, 81 of those coming from Justin Forrest. John Miller kicks the extra point. We got 7:45 left in the second quarter. Score is now tied, Lebanon 7, Smyrna 7.
Well, Lebanon getting set to kick it away. It'll be Allison doing the kicking. Smyrna has McKnight back deep. And I would imagine they don't want him to handle the football. Here's the kick. High and short to the near side. Going to be taken at the 30 and rolled down at the 35. Down quick to make the stop is Josh Goolsby on the tackle. As it was taken by an up man at the 30, gets it back to just over the 35. Call it the 36, and they'll take over at their own 36.
Clyde, I like that. That's a pretty good play. When you've got a kid like McKnight who's obviously got some wheels on him, Lebanon's kicking across the field and kicking it down around the 30, and, you know, make them drive the football. They've got, that's not very good field position right there on a night like this.
And the rain is coming down. Up under the center goes Wokey, the quarterback. 2 wideouts to the right, and again he gives it to his tailback, and he's going to get a yard or 2. May have made the 38, and will get pushed back there from the 36 out to the 38. It's going to be a gain of about 2.5, 3 yards on the play, and it'll be 2nd down and 8 to go after a 2-yard gain by the tailback.
Brian Neighbors doing a good job at the strong side defensive end. He's playing off the block of that big tight end, John Jensen, getting a stalemate and then shucking him, getting him out of the way and making the play on that running back. Outstanding effort and good technique along the defensive front by that senior Brian Neighbors.
It'll be 2nd down and 8 now for the Bulldogs at their own 38. 7-7 score, 7:03 to play here before halftime. Blue Devils 7, the Bulldogs 7. And again, they give it to the tailback, and all over him in the backfield is big Varte Martin. And a big loss on the play back inside the 35 to the 34. Varte Martin. Actually, they put it at the 33, so it's a big, big loss there as Lebanon's defense comes to life, and Varte came through there like he was shot out of a gun.
Clyde, they pulled the guard, were trying to kick the defensive end, and Varte Martin just shot the gap. He was left uncovered, and he just attacked the running back. Good play, Varte Martin.
Jawan Bradley is the tailback in there now, and he was the tailback running the football, and they give it to him again up the middle. Got a big hole, and then it closes. Breaks a tackle. Squirts over the 35, makes the 40, but it's going to bring up a 4th down and 6 from the 40, and they will trot their kicker out once again. Ratliff will come out, and Lebanon should get better field position this time, with barring a miracle kick by Ratliff, who's put one out of bounds at the Lebanon 4 earlier in the ball game. Rain getting a little bit harder. It's 7-7 with 5:50 to go before halftime. Ratliff waits on the snap as the rain comes down. He stands at his 26. Had to go get a low one. Gets it out of there. Not a long kick. Jones calls for a fair catch. Lets it go. And it'll take Smyrna bounce. Cross over the 35. Inside the 30 to the 28. And a pretty good decision there by Jones. I don't think you want to handle that thing the way it's raining.
Not in traffic.
No.
Terry, what about that kick by Ratliff?
Tommy, line of scrimmage to the Smyrna 40. The ball rolls dead at the Lebanon, looks like 28-yard line. So 32-yard punt by Ratliff, no return.
And tell you what, Justin Forrest was in there to try to block that kick. He came awfully close.
Well, we're going to bring that back and penalize Lebanon for something. And it's going to be enough to give Smyrna a first down. It's going to be a 15-yarder.
Illegal participation. Too many men on the field? Oh, man.
Well, that hurt.
I never saw the flag, and
I never either. But it put the ball at the Lebanon 45 and gives the Bulldogs new life. They've got 1st and 10 at the Blue Devil 45. 4 wide outs out. Wokey, the quarterback, out of the shotgun. Handoff in the middle to his tailback. And Bradley squirts over the 45, inside the 40 to the 39, down to the 38. Carrying the football for about 8 yards on first down. Make it 7. It'll be 2nd down and 3 for the Bulldogs.
That's got to take some of the wind out of your sails right there. You get the football back, and wow, that big penalty on the punt.
Here's the snap, and again they give to that tailback behind the wall, and he's got the first down. Slides inside the 35 all the way down to the 33 and picks up the first down. Jawan Bradley, the tailback, 5'10", 160, but hiding behind that big wall and blocking up front and carrying the ball inside the Lebanon 35 to the 33.
Why, they do have some size up front. Irvin, the center, 280. Lyons at 270 as a guard. Street at the other guard, 265, 250, and 230 at the tackle.
And again, they're having it to the tailback. Breaks a tackle back there, slips, and Lebanon's going to have him. I think his knee went down where he slipped, but it's going to be a loss of about 4 or 5 yards back to the 37.
John, you've played in slop like this. I guess concentration is the first thing that goes, and you've got to concentrate on your responsibilities and hanging on to the football.
You're right, Tommy. If you wonder what took me so long, I had to pull my microphone out of my back pants pocket up through about 4 layers of plastic, holding an umbrella and trying to do sideline reports is not easy. But you're right. The first thing goes is your ability to stay afoot, to keep your feet on such wet turf. That it's just going to get worse from here out. And I tell you, how big is that Justin Forrest 80-some-odd yard run early in the game to get it back to even? And I think just as the more we play tonight, the sloppier it's going to get on both sides of the football.
And you've just got to do a job of constant. Was that a flash of lightning, John? I just saw a flash.
We're seeing it may be heat lightning from way far off, but it's just a blanket of rain. It's not the type of rain that usually comes with lightning. So we're not sure what it is, but we've definitely seen some flashes.
Wokey out of the shotgun, 2nd down now and 15. Now he jumps up under the center. And they snap it to the tailback, and the tailback is going to be hit from behind. He moves it over the 35 down to the 33. Diving tackle made by a Blue Devil from behind will knock him down. He gets back to the original line of scrimmage and maybe a yard beyond. It'll be third, well, call it 3rd and 10. Schaefer making a diving tackle. 3rd down and 10. 3 wideouts to the near side. And Wokey going to go out of the shotgun. Brown, McKnight, Childs, and James all out, centered over his head. And he's going to fall on it back at the 49-yard line. So the wet ball jumps up and bites the Bulldogs all the way back to the 49, and Ratliff will come on to kick it away once again.
Terry, huge negative on that play as the shotgun snap goes over the quarterback's head.
Tommy, line of scrimmage was 11 and 33. We're going all the way back to the 11 and 49. That's a minus 16 on that play, setting up a 4th and 26.
And Clyde,
guys, that one was lightning.
Yeah, that was lightning. I saw that.
And now we get whistles, and we may.
Send them.
We are. We're going to send them out of here. We're going to hold up this ball game with 2:49 to play before halftime. It's 7-7 with 2:49 to go. 7-7, and we will pause for 2 minutes, Zach, and then we'll be back.
Abbreviated halftime. That won't be a problem, folks. We can tell you that. Smyrna will punt the football. Ratliff will kick it away. Jones will return it for the Blue Devils.
Well, Ratliff will stand back at his 37. He'll hit it at about the 40. Jones stands at his 20 to receive the kick. But we don't have a football. That's the holdup right at the moment. It always takes a football to have a football game, you know?
Well, and you can see how that might have happened as the managers probably were told, get those footballs up out of the wet and let's get them dry, and they may have taken them to the house.
Well, I think that's what happened. Right now, that's what we're doing, waiting for a football.
Both teams settled in. Smyrna in punt formation, Lebanon ready to return the punt, and there is no ball to kick for Smyrna, and some poor manager. Here comes somebody. Yeah, he's coming with a couple of footballs.
Yeah, they had to go back to the dressing room evidently and give one. Now we're just about set to go. Situation is this: it's 7-7. They'll punt the football from Lebanon's 49, where it is 4th down and 25. And Justin Jones back at the Lebanon 20 to receive the punt. Lebanon lines everybody else up on the line to come after it. And here is a snap. It's a good one. Ratliff's got plenty of time. Booms it out of there. Lebanon going to let it hit and let it bounce. It's going to hit at the 25, roll over the 20, inside the 15, down to the 13, and Lebanon going to have to start again deep. But that didn't deter them from their scoring. They had Justin Jones go 81 yards for the tying touchdown earlier.
Terry Stafford, that kick.
Tommy, line of scrimmage, 11 and 49. It finally rose dead at the 13. That's a 36-yard punt by Ratliff. Lebanon going to start at their own 13-yard line.
Rain is ebbed to a mist right now, a little bit better than a mist maybe here. Lebanon with Schaefer and Jones, the wideouts. They'll give it to Forrest. Forrest gets hit at the line, breaks a tackle. Outruns a man, gets out to about the 14, got back to the line of scrimmage, may have gotten a yard, did well to do that. He had to break a tackle back at the 10. And I think they're going to give him the 15-yard line, and it's going to be a gain of about a yard and a half. Call it 2nd down and 8.
Dwayne White with the lead block on the defensive end. Jones sheds the first tackler and really can't get clear enough to get enough yardage, to get enough momentum to pick up any additional yardage.
Blue Devils moving from your left to right, and it's dark down on that end of the field. Lannon rolls, got some room. Lannon tucks it at the 10, to the 15, to the 20, to the 25. He's got the first down, goes out of bounds at about the 26, 27, across the way. So Lannon on a quarterback rollout caught everybody kind of in tight and then just outran him to the corner and gets enough for the first down with 1:43 remaining in the first half. Lannon will pick up about 10 on the carry, and it's 1st and 10, and they put it at the 25.
Nice bootleg action. They fake the ball inside, and Lanning puts it on his hip, gets around the corner, and that's the advantage of having a quarterback who can run.
Lannon will set him down. Again, they go with a double wideout set. Blue Devils out of the eye, and they give it to Forrest, and he bangs in the middle, and not much there. May have gotten a half yard before he's pushed back, but there's just not a lot of running room in there for Forrest.
that sure helps the field position when you can pick up a first down or two along the way. When you start possession at the 13, you get out of the shadow of your own end zone, and now you're able to was that lightning?
I think that was lightning again. Well, we call a timeout, and I think they're going into a holding pattern right here, but they only like a minute 15.
But there was something that flashed.
But I think they're sending them out of here again with a minute and 15 seconds to play. Lebanon will have the ball 2nd and 9 from their 26.
Well,
and the lightning delay here once again as they send the teams off for the second time.
And I tell you what, Clyde, you don't see any coaches jumping up and down mad about this decision.
No, you really
Nobody
don't.
on either sideline. Everybody's taking it to the house, and probably a pretty smart thing to do. You do not want to take a chance when you're talking about the safety of these kids, the cheerleaders, the people in the stands. And you look at the people standing along the top of the bleachers, both on this side and across the way on the visitors' side. That's 2.5, 3 stories up in the air. They're a lot closer to that lightning than the people are down on the ground. That's not
standing to that on that railing also, and that's not too wise a decision there.
No, I wouldn't think so. Tell you what, let's do. Let's send it back to the station. Zach, back to you guys. That lightning has set in once again. We see Gary Eakes talking to Philip Shad Owens and to Ron Marshall, the head coaches of our teams tonight, as they're trying to decide what's going to be done about this football game. We're going to send it back to you guys, and we'll holler at you on the cell phone when we know something. Lebanon and Smyrna, 1:15 to go in the second quarter. We're tied at 7, and we're going to send it back to the station.
The Women's Health Center are proud sponsors of Lebanon High School Blue Devil football. From Dr. Charles Lanning and the Women's Health Center, go Blue Devils! University Medical Center are proud sponsors of Lebanon High School Blue Devil football.
U-N-C for L-H-S. U-N-C for L-H-S. U-N-C for L-H-S.
From University Medical Center, go Blue Devils! Lebanon Dodge, Lebanon Lincoln Mercury Cadillac are proud sponsors of Lebanon High School Blue Devil football. Billy Farrell and Eddie Oliver want to wish the Blue Devils much success on this year's season. From Lebanon Dodge, Lebanon Lincoln Mercury Cadillac, go Blue Devils! Randy's Barbershop are proud sponsors of Lebanon High School Blue Devil football. Randy Johnson would like to wish the Blue Devils good luck and much success on this year's season. From Randy's Barbershop, go Big Blue! Buckeyes Discount Drugs are proud sponsors of Lebanon High School Blue Devil football. John Turner of Buckeyes would like to wish the Blue Devils good luck and much success on this year's season. From Buckeye Drugs, go Big Blue! Partlow Funeral Chapel are proud sponsors of Lebanon High School Blue Devil football. Jackie Partlow would like to wish the Blue Devils good luck and much success on this year's season. From Partlow Funeral Chapel, go Blue Devils! Charter Communications are proud sponsors of Lebanon High School Blue Devil football. Charter Communications would like to wish the Blue Devils good luck and much success on this year's season. From Charter Communications, go Blue Devils!
So we are just moments away from getting this thing back underway, and to bring you back up to date as the coaches go back upstairs, go back up on the roof along with the film folks to film what's left of this football game. We'll play a minute and 15 seconds here in the second quarter.
Temperature keeps dropping, Tommy. We may have an ice storm here.
I'm glad I wore shorts. I'm glad I wore shorts up here tonight. We'll play a minute 15 seconds. The second quarter will end, then we'll start the third quarter and then the fourth quarter. There'll be no halftime break. Lebanon has the football. Terry said 2nd and 9, I believe, was the situation at the Lebanon 26 with a minute 15 to go. Our buddy Jeff Jordan, who worked in radio in Murfreesboro for so many years, is up here.
Staying dry.
Staying dry. Jeff's good about that sort of thing. And here's Klein Harville with the play-by-play as we're getting this thing going again.
All right, we're ready to go here in Smyrna. Lebanon will have a 2nd down and 9 situation. Lannon at the quarterback spot. Forrest is the tailback. Have to check. They give it to Forrest, and he tries to break through the line. He's hit and dumped for a yard loss back at the inside the 25. So Smyrna all over that play as they dump Forrest for a yard loss, and it'll be 3rd down and 11 now.
Smyrna's going to take a timeout right here, Clyde. They want to force Lebanon into a 4th down and long situation. They'll burn some timeouts. They will try to go for a cheap one at the end of the half here on a block punt. That's going to be the prevailing thought right here, is with 55 seconds to go. Now it's 3rd down and long yardage. Don't be surprised to see Smyrna call another timeout, set up the punt block, and to try to get a cheap one here before the end of the half.
Okay, and as Tommy told you, the half has already been, according to the halftime break has already been. Evidently, we're just going to play right through here and try to get this ball game in. 55 seconds remaining in the first half. But we've already had halftime. That doesn't make a lot of sense, but that's the way it is here in Smyrna. We've had a couple of lightning delays, but now the rain is almost stopped, but the wind is howling. Lannon underneath. Double wide out set. Lannon hands off, and no gain on the play. Again, they give it to Forrest, and Smyrna all over the tailback Forrest. And now Smyrna will take another timeout. And Tommy, you called it right. Evidently, they're going to try to do something here and get a cheap one right before halftime. 7-7 is their score. 48 seconds remaining in the first half.
We're going to take a 30-second break. I'll tell you what, let's keep it right here because there's no telling. They're just letting Smyrna get set, stop the clock. We got a score here. Blackman defeats Mount Juliet 35-0. There's another final. Riverdale over Franklin County 42-6. Thanks, Jeff, for those. And Jeff, you've been doing games a lot of years. Have you ever seen a rain delay like this for this kind of extended period of time? We've been together since '86, and we've never been taken off the field before. This was extraordinary circumstances here tonight, and I didn't see anybody from either sideline complaining about it either. You've got to get them off the field under lightning like that. Allison will kick it away for Lebanon, and Smyrna has massed 10 people at the line of scrimmage.
Allison will stand at his 10, and he'll need a good snap. Here is a snap, and he's got a good one, and he's got time. Booms it out of there. Should take 11 and roll. It'll hit at the 50, but it's going to squirt out of bounds at about the 49 of Smyrna.
Terry Stafford goes out of bounds quickly. What about that kick?
Tommy, line of scrimmage 11 and 23, goes out at the Smyrna 49. That's a 28-yard punt. Smyrna going to take over at their own 49-yard line with less than 1 minute to play in the first half.
41 seconds to be exact. Smyrna in that hurry-up offense wants to try to cash in before the end of the period. Now, they operate out of the shotgun quite a bit. They had a problem on that exchange early on in this football game and had a big loss. Let's see what happens as they go back into the shotgun.
And they'll be throwing into the wind. 4 wide outs out. Wokey back to throw. Looks, fires long, and it's going to be intercepted.
All right.
He is down. Justin Jones picks it off. They were going down the sideline. for McKnight. And Jones slips in there and picks it off. That's not McKnight. That is 81. That's Dale Brown, the 6'1", 160-pound senior. Justin Jones with an interception gives Lebanon the football back just over the 30-yard line of the Blue Devils.
Well, field position so big, 34.5 seconds to go in the first half. Lebanon now at the 30. You've got the opportunity maybe to do a little something offensively and try to cash in. I think we're probably going to give the football to Forrest and see if he can break one.
Wind is at the Blue Devils' back as they move from your left to right. Lannon with the call. Straight drop back. Wants to throw. Swings it out to Forrest and again leads him too much. Twice they've tried that play tonight and twice Lannon has led Forrest a little bit too much. Couldn't catch up to the football. Mina had a pretty good gain out of that. Nothing long, but pretty good little gain. And he completed it, but he led Forrest just a little too much.
Terry, what about Chad throwing the football so far tonight?
Tommy, with that incompletion, Chad only 1 of 5 tonight. 1 completion for 9 yards. He's also thrown an interception.
Justin Jones to the left. To the near side is Defendahl. And Lannon back to throw. Gives it up the middle to Forrest. And Forrest going to drive and pound and get it out about the 35. A gain of about 4. It'll be second down, or rather third down and 6 after a 4-yard gain by Forrest.
Clyde, that'll probably
down at the 41-yard line. He was hit inbounds, of course. Both players slid all the way under the tables over next to the track.
That's going to do it.
That should be the last play of the first half. The first half is history. Blue Devils 7, the Bulldogs 7. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Because last second half of play, Derek Allison will kick it off for Lebanon. Deep to return for the Bulldogs will be James McKnight, the senior speedster, and look for Lebanon to kick across the field, going around the 30-yard line or so to keep that dangerous McKnight from handling the football.
Well, we're ready to play. Third quarter action coming your way. 7-7 as we open the third quarter, and Derek Allison set to kick off for the Blue Devils. And as Tommy told you, no, this one he's going to punch deep. And McKnight's going to take it at the 12, back to the 15, to the 20, up the middle, and he's got room. 25-30, 35-40, 45-50, and Defendahl saves a touchdown as he moves over the 45 down to the Lebanon 42. So a great run back by McKnight. And that turned out to be a bad decision, kicking it to him. It was a short kick anyway. He took it at the 12, brings it all the way back to the Lebanon 42.
Clyde, he had a hole. That kick return unit got him an alleyway. Terry, that was a great return.
Tommy, from the 12 all the way down just outside the Lebanon 41. 47-yard return by McKnight.
If Defendahl don't get him, it's 6. Up under the center is Wokey, the quarterback. Hands off to his tailback. Coming to the near side. Turns it at the 40, at the 35, and is ridden out of bounds at the 32. So it ripped off about 9 by the tailback, Shannon. And Shannon has been their workhorse tonight. We've heard so much about their passing game, but the big thing has been the running of the tailback, Shannon, here, and I guess that is planned on this type field. But they've got a second down and 1 at the Lebanon 32.
John, quickly an injury to Jones.
Jones trying to make a play on that tackle. Evidently turned his ankle over. He's out.
Underneath is Wokey, the quarterback. Smyrna threatening here as they give it to the tailback right up the middle. And just a power play, and he rams it all the way down to the 26 and picks up about 7 yards. Got right behind that big line, and they just blew the Lebanon Blue Devils back down the field 5 yards, and it's 1st and 10 with the ball just outside the Blue Devil 25.
Hires comes in at a linebacker spot for Lebanon. Steelman leaves the football game. Trice and Hires are your linebackers.
1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Big kick return, and they're on their way. Double wide outset. Wokey, the quarterback, up underneath the center. Gives to his tailback. Coming to the near side. Going to be met, but still going to get 5 yards down to the 22, and they'll hold him to about a 4-yard gain. But he's getting some great blocking from that big line up front. Schaefer, with a little help from a couple more Blue Devils, making the stop. It'll be second down and 5 after. And again, they hand it to that tailback. And again, he crosses the 20 over the 18 down to the 17. Gets near first down yardage, maybe a yard shy. It will be third down and about a yard and a half, maybe 2 yards to go. Call it 3rd and 2. But right now, Smyrna's front wall is just winning the battle. They're blowing the Blue Devils off the ball.
It's just meat on meat up front, and Smyrna has got some poundage and root hogging it out.
Wokey, the quarterback, up underneath. All they're doing is just handing it to their tailback. Now he decides to change a play. Double wide outset. Wokey again gives it to that tailback. This time he's met head on and still drives and powers inside the 15 down to the 14 and gets another Smyrna first down. Blue Devils had him at the line of scrimmage and he still gets 5 yards.
Clyde, this is a very disciplined, a very well-disciplined Smyrna offensive attack. The plays come in a hurry from the sideline. They haven't had any false starts, no illegal motions, illegal shifts. A very well-disciplined offensive machine for Smyrna.
Well, Smyrna come out of the dressing room definitely ready to play. They're taking the fight to the Blue Devils right now. Wokey, the quarterback, underneath. Double wide outset, and again, here comes that tailback, and again he breaks a tackle behind the line and gets all the way down to the 10. Blue Devils, he just left Blue Devils in his wake. 2-3 missed tackles, and Shannon carries it to the 10.
And he's got a bunch of carries so far tonight, Terry Stafford.
He's up to 19. He picks up 4 on that play. So David Shannon, 19 carries, 81 yards.
Second down and 6 at the Lebanon 10. And they hand it to that tailback again, and he sticks his head in there and drives down to about the 7, a gain of about 3, and he's close to first down yardage. Smyrna trying to power one in here to open the third period. And the reason we're so late, not 1 but 2 lightning delays in this ball game. 9 minutes to play in the third period. Blue Devils trying to hold them out. It's 3rd down and 4. And again, here goes that tailback. This time Lebanon's going to hold him outside the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. He's got to go inside the 5, almost to the 4 for the first down. So it's going to bring up a 4th and 2 situation.
They've sent the field goal team on the field, Clyde. They're not going to take a chance right here. They have opted for the field goal. Any score better than no score. John, you've got the call as Childs is the holder. The kicker is Hayes.
Hayes in to attempt the point after. Childs to handle the snap from center. The ball is spotted, will be spotted about on the 12-yard line. The snap is called for. It's back. It's on the tee. It's blocked. It's blocked, and the Blue Devils have picked it up, and that's a live ball. So the Blue Devils have recovered it. They blocked the field goal, and they'll have possession. Should have let that go into the end zone. They're going to spot it right on the 1-yard line.
What a break for Smyrna. John, it looked like Shockley got a piece of that one.
Not sure who got a hand on it. I think Schaefer fielded the thing about almost in the end zone, if not on the goal line, and walked it out about a yard, and it was...
John, would you call that the 1-yard line?
I'd say it's at least on the 1.
1st and 10 Blue Devils from their own 1, 99 yards away from a score. Got to be careful here. They give it to Forrest, and boy, there's no room in there. He may have gotten it back to the line of scrimmage, but not a lot further.
Running it right at the heart of that Smyrna defensive unit, and those interior tackles, Henderson and Johnson, closing quickly inside. Trice couldn't get any movement. Dwayne White, it looks like, comes into the football game at fullback for Lebanon, replacing Trice.
Lebanon now with a double wide out. They really split Schaefer out to the near side. Landon underneath, marking the signals. Quick opener in there. No gain on the play. He may have gotten a half yard out to the 2, but it's going to be 3rd down now. And the Blue Devils are finding no go up the middle and there. Ball at the 2. So in 2 chances they gain, well, maybe a yard, and that may be generous. But it will be 3rd down and 9. Blue Devils at their own goal line. The ball is at the 1 or the 2. You can't tell from here. Lanning underneath, and Lanning going to jam it out to about the 5. And before he's pushed back, and I don't think they're going to give him the 5. They're going to say he went down at the 3. So the Blue Devils are going to have to kick it out of there now. And the Blue Devils are not out of the woods on this yet. They blocked that field goal, but now they're going to get the ball back in great shape.
Clyde blocking it was a great play, but you can't field it right there. You got to let it go in the end zone. Smyrna can't recover it. It's just like a punt. If it goes in the end zone, it's a touchback. The ball will be spotted at the 20 regardless, and we picked it up, and now Allison has got to kick it out of his own end zone.
And he'll stand at the back of the end zone, and Smyrna going to come after it. Here is the snap, and a bad snap.
What happened?
Well, I don't know what happened, but Smyrna's got the football at the Lebanon 2.
John, did we whiff on that snap? What happened?
I have no idea. I never saw the ball come out from center.
I don't think the ball
Our punt coverage team was downfield like they were going to, cover the kick, but huge mistake by the Blue Devils.
Well, Lebanon's almost handed them one here. They've got a 1st and goal now at the Lebanon 2.
They must have whiffed on that snap, and the ball never got back to our punter.
Wookie, the quarterback. Underneath, hands to that tailback, and it's a... Did he get in? I don't think so. They're going to spot him down at about the 2. No gain on the play. Might have got to the 1.
What a turn of events in the kicking game. The long kick return by Smyrna put us in the hole, and we have yet to get out of it.
Well, Lebanon never snapped the ball. I don't know what happened, and the quarterback is going to sneak. Touchdown, Smyrna.
Wokey takes it over the top on the quarterback sneak. And with 5:43 to go in the third period, Smyrna goes on top with a touchdown. John, you've got the call of the PAT.
Give it to Forrest. Forrest trying to break a tackle will make the 25, a gain of 2. And Smyrna going to knock it down there, and there's not much happening in the middle of that line.
Lebanon had success with Forrest when we went unbalanced, run him behind the power a couple of times, behind the unbalanced strength, then break him on the short side of the field. On the weak side, try to get that Smyrna defense overshifted.
2nd down and 8 for the Blue Devils at their own 25. Lannon back to throw, bootlegs out, fires, he's got his man. Neighbors catches it, 1st down Blue Devils. Neighbors with a catch at the 35, knocked out of bounds at the 6.
4th catch on the season for Brian Neighbors. That was a 1st down yardage right there. Terry, that one helped get us out of the hole.
Tommy was 2nd and 8. We pick up 11 on that play. 1st down Lebanon at their 36.
Lannon to Neighbors at the 35. He got knocked out of bounds at the 36. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Blue. Schaefer to the near side. Jones back in the ball game to the far side now with a little limp. Lebanon trying to move. They're down 14-7 with 4:37 to play here in the third period. Lannon, handoff, and here comes Forrest driving and powering, and Forrest with a good run, running it out over the 40, over the 42, out to the 43, and Forrest is going to rip off about 8, and it'll make, well, he's going to get 9, and it'll be 2nd down and 1 for the Blue Devils from their own 43.
Forrest, one of the fastest guys on our football team, Clyde, and what must his shoes weigh right now out in this downpour? I mean, that's got to slow down the fastest guy you got.
And the rain starts again. Double wide out sets for the Blue Devils. Lannon, hand off to Forrest. Nothing doing this time. They're all over him, and he's going to lose about 2 yards back to the 41.
Trice comes into the game at fullback. Deffendahl comes into the receiver position for Lebanon. White leaves the game. Another receiver comes in. That's Schaefer, trying to get the right package on the field as Neighbors leaves the field. So Lebanon going with the 3 wide look on a 3rd down, it was 2nd down and 1. Now you're looking at 3rd and 5.
3rd down 5, double wide outs to the near side, 1 to the far side. And Lannon back to throw. Fires a quick look in, and a flag down. It's going to be pass interference as Jones was bumped hard by McKnight over there as Lebanon tried to hit the little quick in route. And this is going to go against the Bulldogs, pass interference. So that'll give the Blue Devils the 1st down, and it will move the ball into Bulldog territory.
No hesitation by the official on the far side throwing the flag. Jones trying to run the slant. McKnight in his hip pocket and made collision well before the football was in the area. Terry, what about the penalty situation?
Tommy, with that 15-yard penalty, that's 65 against Smyrna, 11-2 for 27.
Blue Devils now with a 1st and 10. Ball at the Smyrna 45. Lanning wants to throw. Fires long. It's a wobbly thing, and it's incomplete. Jones almost caught up to that thing. That was a lame duck that got up there and just went end over end. And Lebanon lucky that it didn't get intercepted, to tell you the truth.
Jones fell down on the route. He was the only guy in the route. We were trying to run it looked like some kind of stop-and-go route, maybe a slant-and-go or an out-and-up. But the ball hung. Jones lost his feet trying to recover his footing.
2nd down and 10 now for the Blue at the Smyrna 45. Double wide out set. They swing it out to the near side. Here's Schaefer. Schaefer got a little running room. Lowers his head, crosses the 40, powers all the way down to the 36, and he's a yard shy of the 1st down.
Just a quick hitter. The little hitch route to Schaefer takes 1 step up, 2 steps back, takes the pass from Lanning and gets what he can get, and he is a long yard, perhaps a short 2, from having 1st down yardage.
Lebanon's got to go inside the 35, and they've got to go about the 34 and a half, and they're about the 36. Lanning sets him down, and Lanning straight ahead on a quarterback sneak, and I don't think he got it. It'll bring up 4th down. It's going to be close. He got inside the 35.
He's got a pretty good spot, Clyde.
Yeah, he has, if they put it on that right foot right there.
If he's short by the length of the football. Gary Eakes is going to bring the chains out from across the way.
I think he's going to be short, but it's going to be awful close. But they will measure it. 2:17 to play in the 3rd period. 14-7 Smyrna, but the Blue Devils are driving. Matter of fact, this is the best-looking drive of the night for the Blue Devils.
Clyde, they stretch the chains, and Lebanon is going to be short by about the length of the football, perhaps less than a half the length of the football, and it's decision time for Ron Marshall.
Well, you got to go for it here, Tommy. You're down at their 35, and we haven't been down there many times tonight.
You're absolutely right. Take a shot right here.
Blue Devils needing the length of the football to pick up the 1st down. Out of the huddle. And Lanning up to the line. Trice is the fullback. The tailback's Forrest. Double wide out set for the Blue. And Lanning ahead. On 2nd down, 2nd effort, I think he got it. Boy, they stopped him, but he rolled to the right and kind of rolled off the pile. And I think he's got the 1st down, and they will move the chains.
And it looked like Forrest got into the back of Chad Lanning and kind of shoved him a little bit into that pile. On initial effort, I don't think Chad had it, but then he rolled around off the side of the pile for that 1st down yardage, and that one, folks, is big. That keeps the drive alive. Lebanon trails, 1:53 to go in the 3rd, and we're down 14-7.
Blue Devils with a 1st and 10 inside the Bulldog 35. Toss sweep to Forrest. Needs some blocking. Can't get it. And he is going to be run out of bounds shy of the stick by a yard or so. Back at the 36. 3 purple shirts chase him out over there. He needed some blocking on that side. Got none.
Clyde, on a dry field, Forrest outruns those guys to the corner. But on a wet night, I guarantee his pants, his socks, his shoes probably add 8 or 10 pounds of wet weight to him. Running behind to the weak side, he couldn't get it going north and south, and Smyrna had a chance to catch up with him.
2nd down and 11 for the Blue Devils at the 36 of the Bulldogs. Lanning bootlegged right, firing. and it's caught. Neighbors has got it at the 20. He's at the 15, breaks a tackle to the 10, ridden out of bounds at the 7. Neighbors carries it all the way to the 7 as he hits the big tight end, and he broke a tackle at about the 25, broke another at about the 15, and goes all the way to the 7.
John, great second and third effort by Neighbors.
That's something we haven't seen Brian have an opportunity to do much this year, is actually run with the ball downfield, and he showed some great strength, ran over a D-back, got some extra yardage, big first down.
Terry Stafford, what are the numbers on that play?
Tommy Lanning to Neighbors. That one good for 29 yards down to the 7, first and goal, Lebanon.
Defendahl splits wide to the left. First and goal, Lebanon at the Smyrna 7, trailing 14-7. Lanning. They hand it to Forrest. Forrest dives into the pile and gets nothing. There's just nothing there. As a matter of fact, he lost a yard back to the 8. There's just no go in the middle of that line. The Blue Devils just can't root those big guys out of there.
Clyde, it looked like something was happening off tackle. The counter tray play where the guard and tackle pull, it's a kick out. It looked like we had a seam off tackle. Forrest took it back to the middle, right in the middle of those purple jerseys.
Second down goal now from the 8. Lanning underneath, backpedals, wants to throw, looks, fires, got a man, touchdown Blue Devils. Don't know he dropped it. It comes out of there. I thought he had it.
In and out of the hands of Justin Jones. It wobbled as Smyrna put a lot of heat on Chad Lanning. He found Jones toward the back of the end zone, and Justin could not hang on.
Third down now. And goal from the 8. Jones to the near side with a noticeable limp. So is Schaefer. Split to the near side. Third down and goal. Lanning underneath. Lanning rolls left. Got a man. And here he is. Neighbors can't catch up with it. He was wide open. Neighbors running left. And again, Lanning led him just a little too much. And Neighbors like to step catching up with it.
It came up and down. Chad put some air under it. It's right at the goal line, and Neighbors cannot pull it in. Lebanon going to go fourth and goal for the Blue Devils from the, what is that, about the 8-yard line. Neighbors comes out. Lebanon going with the 3 wide package. 3 wide receivers. Folks, trips left. Don't be surprised to see him throw toward Defendahl. Nobody's on Defendahl.
Lanning underneath, sets him down, fires it out. Here's Forrest. Forrest turns it at the 5. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
Nobody covered the slot man. We ran what most teams call the bubble screen. Forrest takes off parallel to the line of scrimmage. We floated out there to him, and Lanning lays it in his hands. Forrest takes it with a full head of steam, and we're within a PAT of tying this thing up with 39 seconds to go in the third. John, you've got the call.
Big kick. It's wet. It's slippery. Defendahl will handle the snap from center. Last time, we never got a long snap back on the punt. It's back there. It's wobbly. It's on the tee. It's up. It looks good. They're calling it no good. From my vantage point here, I thought it was right down the gut. It went long enough. It was high enough. Must have been off one side or the other. Had to have been wide right. This sideline report is brought to you by Ron's Family Hair Design, located on North Cumberland Street in Lebanon. We got 39 seconds to go in the third quarter of play. Lebanon's within 1. It's 14.
77 yards in 13 plays. The scoring play, Justin Forrest, a 8-yard touchdown pass from Chad Lanning, but the extra point was no good. So with 39 seconds left in the third, it's now Smyrna 14, Lebanon 13.
Lebanon teeing it up to kick it off, and you hope they don't kick it to McKnight again, because he had that great return to open the third period. 39 seconds remaining in quarter 3. Allison to kick for the Blue Devils, and the rain getting a little bit harder again here now, but thank goodness there's no lightning. Cold rain. Here's Allison's kick. And again, they kick it deep. This time, he got it away from the McKnight as he kicks it down the left hash mark, and it goes into the end zone, so they'll bring it back out and put it at the 20.
That's more along the lines of what we wanted. Lebanon has shown several different kickoffs tonight. The pop fly over near the 30-yard line. They tried to kick it past him, and McKnight was able to get a good long return, but this one skips into the end zone for the touchback. Smyrna now, 39 seconds to go in the third. They're up 1, 14-13.
Wilkie, the quarterback, up under the center with a double wide out, and they give it to that tailback, and he roars right up the middle and goes over the 25 out to the 26 to the 27. So they're just using that big line and running that tailback right behind them. Reese Irvin, 280 the center, 265 the right guard, 270 the left guard, 250 the right tackle, and he's just plowing right in there behind him, and they're just pushing the Blue Devils back. It will be 2nd down and 3 after a 7-yard carry.
That's the end of the third.
That's the end of the quarter. After 3, it's Smyrna 14, Blue Devils 13, back and 30 seconds.
$35 a month gets you
a rain delay, a lightning delay, and we are just now starting the fourth quarter of play. And to all you Middle Tennessee football fans out there who are on your way home from your games across the Mid-State, thanks for joining our broadcast. Stay tuned for an abbreviated version of the Scoreboard Show, and I'll have the coach's breakfast tomorrow morning from Uncle Pete's at 9 o'clock.
2 and 4 for the Bulldogs at their own 27, and again they hand it to that tailback, and there's no go this time. Blue Devil's going to hit him, but he's still going to get a yard or so, and it will bring up 3rd down and a long 3 now as they'll put it. Well, they gave him a yard. It'll be 3rd and 2. And a big play for the Lebanon defense right here. 3rd down and 2 for Smyrna. 2 wide outs to the wide side. Bulldogs moving from your left to right. And again, they hand it to that tailback. And he has got the first down. He blasts over the 30, out over the 31 to the 32. And picks up the first down.
33-yard line.
Smyrna 2 and 4 on the season, 1 and 2 in the region. Lebanon 4 and 2 overall, 2 and 1 in the region. Big regional contest here for both these teams.
Shannon, the tailback, just making mincemeat of the Blue Devils behind that big, huge line. And again, they give it to him right up the middle, and again, he's got running room out over the 34 to the 35 to the 36 near the 37. He's going to pick up about 4 on the carry. They'll put it at the 37.
Clyde, that's a pretty smart brand of football Smyrna's playing right now. They've got the lead. They've got the ball. Grind it out, and until Lebanon can stop them, look for them to continue to do that.
And the Blue Devils have not stopped them so far. 2nd down, and again, they hand it to that tailback, and he just put his helmet right in the tummy of a Blue Devil and pushed him 5 yards back upfield and gets 3-4 yards out to the 39. And it will bring up 3rd down and a long 4. We'll call it 3rd down and 5. And another big play for the Lebanon defense right here.
Smyrna just got a little smaller up front as Reggie Lyons, a 6'2", 270 junior guard, comes to the sideline to get his ankle worked on.
3rd and 5. They haven't put it in the air in a while, so you got to be careful of the air attack right now. Rain coming down, but they're going to hand it to that tailback, and he slides around the end, and he's not going to get it. He's going to be shy. They'll knock him out of bounds just as he crosses the 40. He may have made the 41. So it'll bring up a 4th down situation, and the Blue Devils will get the ball back. Smyrna will have to punt it away as they bring on the punter.
It's been so long since we've seen him, Ratliff. Been a while since we've seen him.
Right, Ratliff will kick it away, so the Blue Devils finally put a stop to their drive. Justin Jones back at the Lebanon 31 to receive the kick. Here's the snap. Lebanon goes for it. Jones with a fair catch, makes it, and he's hit. And they'll finally throw the flag. I thought they was not going to. Jones hit as he called, as he made it.
There was nothing flagrant about that, but there was certainly contact. Jones makes the signal for the fair catch. The Smyrna player, John, looked like kind of got him with his leg.
Maybe fell into him, Tommy, there at the last moment, but Jones asked for it and got the penalty. So the flag was thrown a little late, but it's going to go against Smyrna.
Terry, on that punt quickly.
Tommy, the punt by Ratliff, good for 29 yards down to the 30, where Jones asked for a fair catch, did not receive it, so it's going to be a 15-yard penalty. Lebanon's going to be out at their own 45-yard line.
So the Blue Devils will have great field position, and now's the time to get something done. 9 minutes to play here in the third period. Best field position the Blue Devils have had all night long. We've been kept in the hole with that kicking game all night. 3 wideouts out for the Blue Devils. 1 setback. Lanning underneath. Back to throw. Looks. Lanning going to keep it. Get back to the line of scrimmage. Cross the 45 to the 46 to the 47. He had Jones come open, but did not have time to throw the football. About a yard and a half on the pickup by Lanning, the quarterback.
He's got Forrest in the slot. They have not brought in an extra receiver. They're taking the tailback, setting him in the slot. 3 receivers to one side, 1 wide receiver to the short side of the field. It was Forrest who had created that mismatch on the touchdown pass. Now Forrest goes back to dot the I.
Lebanon now with 2 wideouts to the wide side, Jones to the short side, and it's 2nd down and 8. Drop back, draw play, Forrest, and nothing. They're all over that. All over that play. John Jensen, a 6'2", 210-pound junior linebacker, makes the stop a yard behind the line of scrimmage, and it's 3rd down now and 11. So the Blue Devils got 1 chance here to make something out of this.
We had great field position. You don't want to squander it here at this point of the game. 7:45 to go in the contest.
Lanning underneath. Back to throw. Pumps it in the middle to Schaefer. Schaefer's got a little running room. Turns it. He's got the first down. Over the 50, over the 45, down over the 44, all the way down to the 43. That's the first time we've seen that play tonight. And a Blue Devil is down. That's 54. That is Matt Grandstaff, but he's up and walking back to the huddle. I think he's got a turned ankle on that play. So it's a first down for the Blue Devils at the Smyrna 43. 7:28 to play here in the football game.
13-yard gain on the play.
The Miami screen, Clyde, it was a good play for us as Schaefer slipped in behind, made the catch, and got the yardage.
1st and 10 Lebanon at the Bulldog 43. Lanning sets the ball club. Looks, fires long, and here, caught, great catch, and he's free. 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, but a flag is down. Schaefer takes it all away, but a flag is down across the way, and that usually means holding, and
Clyde, they're going to wipe the touchdown off. Moose Marshall was out near he was off the sideline screaming at the officials. They ran Schaefer on a little fade route. Lanning hit him. Schaefer goes up and makes a great catch, shakes off a tackle, and goes in for the apparent touchdown. They are going to nullify that score. Let's see what we've got. Wait a minute.
What did he call?
Ineligible receiver downfield on a 3-step drop on a fade route.
Well,
how did we get a lineman upfield?
Tommy, what they called was pass interference, offensive pass interference. This signals a loss of down.
Okay.
So it's an offensive pass interference call.
What was the flag was there in the middle of the field. It wasn't on Schaefer. Schaefer caught the ball out here.
Somebody had to hit somebody. 15-yard penalty.
Wow. I don't know what that call was, to tell you the truth, but it's 2nd down and a mile now for Lebanon. 7:03 to play in the football game, and that really hurt Lebanon. Lanning back to throw, rolls out to the right, looks, fires on the run, caught across midfield down to the 48, and they make up a good portion of that on a catch over there by Schaefer. put the ball at the 49, and that will bring up third down now and about third and 18.
Clemens back in the game at tackle for Lebanon, looking at a third down and about 16, 17 yards to go for the first. Figure 2 plays here. Lebanon's going to go for it.
Blue Devils looking at a third and 17. Lanning back to throw. Look, swings it out to the near side. Intercepted. Horrible pass by Lanning, trying to swing it out to Forrest. And it's intercepted by Smyrna down at the 40-yard line. And boy, that was...
Trying to throw a screen, a little flare out of the backfield, and Brian Henderson, one of the down linemen for Smyrna, come up with the interception. And John, that pass never looked good coming out of Chad's hand.
Probably terribly soaked ball. A little breeze also blowing, made it float perhaps, but threw a pop fly, and a lineman was able to come up under it. Huge turnover. That's going to hurt the Blue.
Smyrna now at the Lebanon 40 with a 1st and 10. Wokey, the quarterback, the sophomore, has gone all the way for the Bulldogs. 6:50 to play in the ball game. Wokey hands off to his second man through. Not a lot of running room there. He moves to the 39, and the Blue Devils will shove him back, a gain of a yard.
The clock runs, and we're at 6:35 to go in the game. Lebanon trails Smyrna 14-13.
And it doesn't look good right now for the Blue Devils because there's 6 minutes and a half left, and they don't have the ball. Blue Devils just had one call back a moment ago on, we're not very sure what the call was. Toss sweep to the near side, and here comes that tailback, and Lebanon going to hit him, and he's going to fall forward for a couple of yards. Blue Devils trying to strip that ball out, but hanging on tight was Shannon. And Shannon, the tailback, moves for a couple of yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 7 now for Smyrna.
Adam Dillon trying to dig that football out of there. First man in makes contact, and the second one's trying to rip the football loose. Play signaled in from the Smyrna sideline.
Smyrna now going with 4 wideouts. Wokey up under the center. Shannon, the tailback. 3rd down and 7. They bring motion. And Wokey back to throw. Lebanon after him. Misses one tackle. Now they got him. He gets back maybe to the line of scrimmage. Blue Devils missed a shot at him back at the 45. He stepped out of a tackle there. But then help came in, and it will bring up 4th down situation. 4th and 8 now. And I think they're going to go for it.
Clyde, they've left their offense on the field.
Smyrna going to go for it. They're putting the whole ball of wax right here. 5 minutes to play. 4th and 8. And now Wokey looking to the sideline for a signal.
They're going to let the clock run and take the penalty.
Evidently, that's what is going to happen here.
Burn some clock, take the delay of game, back it up and punt it. That's what they're going to do. And that's a smart move because the clock is Lebanon's enemy here. 4:40 to go in the game. Lebanon trails 14-13.
So they'll penalize them 5, walk it back to the 43, and they'll kick from there as they bring Ratliff on.
Now would be a great time to try to block one.
Justin Jones back in single safety for the Blue Devils at his 10. Ratliff will kick from his 45. Here's the snap. A low snap. Booms it out of there, and it's going to go out of bounds. This is going to be a horrible kick. He's not going to get much yardage on that at all. That barely went beyond the sticks across the way. Let's see where they're going to mark it. If they mark it at the 30, which I think they're going to do, that's pretty generous, it looked like from here.
Terry, can you tell from that line of scrimmage? What about that kick?
Tommy, as Ratliff shanks it off to the left, that's a 13-yard punt. Lebanon going to start at their own 30.
Well, this is the ball game here. 4:34 to go in the game. Lebanon down 1.
Blue Devils have got to get it done here. This is their last shot. Lanning back to throw. Fires Jones, and he throws way over his head at the 40.
Clyde, that ball came out of Chad's hand. Funny, it took off. John almost nose up, and he threw it into the wind. and that thing just sailed on him.
Tell you, the grip's got to be horrible. So, the pass tonight has been working for us. Those last two that he's thrown have been just, butterflies out there, and it's just not able to get in the receiver's grasp.
The ball's got to weigh 6 pounds right now.
Double wide out set for the Blue Devils. 2nd down and 10. Lannon back, wants to throw, fires long. Jones is there, and it's broken up.
He can't get anything on that ball. And throwing into the wind, if he tries to take a little bit off of it, the wind just catches it. That came out and looked awful. And there's no way to make a touch pass going into the wind, particularly with a wet, slippery football. Lebanon now 3rd down and 10. 4:24 to go in the game. Once again, 2 plays to get the first. You're in a game situation. You got to go for it.
Schaefer, Defendahl, and Forrest coming to the near side. Jones to the far side. The lone back is the fullback, Trice. Lannon to throw. Fires. Got his man, but it's about 3 yards in all. That's all. Jones catches it at about the 34. So it's going to be a gain. Well, they're going to put it back to the 33, so it's only a 3-yard gain, and it's 4th down.
Lebanon's going to punt.
I believe the Blue Devils are going to punt it away here.
Try to gamble and hope that defense can get the football back for him. Smyrna was misaligned defensively. When we sent the trips left formation out here, nobody was on Schaefer, the split end, until at the very last second. They got lined up, and then Chad went to the short man on the other side. Allison will kick the football away. McKnight to return for the Bulldogs.
Allison will stand at his own 20, and here's the snap. He's got plenty of time. And the end over end is going to hit, and Lebanon will fall on it at the 42. Not a good kick by Allison into that wind. It took a Smyrna bounce, and they get the football at their own 42.
3:28 to go in the game, Terry. What about that kick?
Tommy, tough kicking conditions for Allison. They punt only good for 25 yards. Smyrna going to start at their 42-yard line.
Clyde, Smyrna's job here to play keep away, to get a couple of first downs. Lebanon's job, crowd the line of scrimmage, sell out against the run.
Well, they're going to have to stop that tailback, and they haven't done it much tonight. They give it to him right up the middle, and he plows and drives over the 45 to the 46. A gain of about 4 on first down by that tailback Shannon. Blue Devils just not stopping him behind that big offensive line. He's getting the job done.
Well, the rain conditions have worked for Smyrna tonight. It's forced them to abandon their wide-open passing attack. They have concentrated on running the football between the tackles, and it has worked well for them so far tonight.
They go with a double wide out set, but you know who's going to get that football. 2nd down and 7 after a 3-yard gain. Lebanon, they give it to that tailback again, and right barreling through all the way out to the 49. Shannon looking like an All-American behind that big line. He's really peeling off the yardage. It's 3rd down now and 4.
Terry, what about Shannon tonight running that football?
Tommy, let me add them up. 31 carries, 117 yards. Smyrna's run 21 plays in the second half. 18 of them have been to Shannon.
3rd and 4. And you can bet where this one is going also. Blue Devils back off the line, and they give it to Shannon in the middle. Loose football. And let's see. Lebanon says they've got it, but let's see. No, Smyrna comes up with it. And he's near first down yardage, and that fumble may have given him the first down.
The tight end fell on that as it squirted loose. Jensen fell on the football for Smyrna, and they're going to bring the sticks out to make sure. From here, it looks like a first down.
And I think he picked it up with that fumble because they hit him at about the 50, and it squirted forward.
Good penetration by the Lebanon defensive front. Smyrna was in the power eye, tried to run off tackle, and that thing is a first down. 1:45 to go in the game. 1:45 to go in the game, and Smyrna clinging to a 1-point lead against Lebanon.
Well, the kicking game has been Lebanon's downfall all night. They've kept us in a hole most of the ball game, and then we missed the extra point that would have tied the game.
Clock running.
Now can virtually run out the clock. Wokey at the quarterback. They go to the power eye and they give it to the tailback, and he ducks his head and dives in there for a couple of yards down to the 46, near the 45. And now Lebanon wants time with 1:21 to play. It's 14-13. Smyrna will be back in 30 seconds.
TNT WCOR Lebanon.
I know it sounds unbelievable. I wouldn't believe it myself if I wasn't so sure.
Well, 1:21 to go in the game. Smyrna leads Lebanon 14-13. Second down and about 8 to go for the Bulldogs. They have managed to hang on to the ball in the second half, tack on a score. Lebanon scored, missed the PAT, and now Smyrna has played ball control football since taking that 14-13 lead, playing keep away from the Blue Devils, and unless Lebanon can strip one loose, the Bulldogs are going to pull one out.
Bulldogs game plan the last half is hand it to Shannon and just see if you can stop us, and the Blue Devils have not been able to. He crosses the 45 all the way over the 44 down to the 43, and Lebanon will take another timeout. The official can get turned around and signal the right way, and he finally does.
Wet conditions, windy, cold now. And the 1 hour delay because of the lightning that was right on top of us. I thought the officials did a great job getting everybody off the field, keeping them off the field. We could, you don't want to have a situation where you've got players and fans exposed to those kind of weather conditions. Substitution for Lebanon, Dillon leaves the football game. Coming into play.
I still never saw a pass interference call made by the guy on the other side of the field at the line of scrimmage.
John's going to ask Moose about that and
I
try to get us an interpretation.
I still don't know what that call was, but they marked off 15 and took a touchdown away. 3rd and 5. Rolling to the near side is Wokey, and the Blue Devils have him back at the 49. Schaefer knocks him down for a big loss back at the 49-yard line, and now Lebanon will take their last timeout with 1:07.
Bootleg play. We'll keep it right here. Wokey fakes out of the power eye, fakes the off tackle left, bootlegs, tries to get around the right end, and Lebanon waiting for him. Terry, big negative on that play.
Tommy, the sack of Wokey good for -6, so that's going to set up a 4th and 11, and Smyrna's going to punt the ball.
So Smyrna, we're assuming, is going to punt the football. We'll see what happens. John Bryan down on the field. So he's got a good monitor on us again. Just checking. John, we were seeing if they had their punter ready to go onto the field.
Yeah, he's out there in the huddle. And Shad Owen is talking to his players. And last time he was out there in the huddle with them out on the field, he was irate about something. I don't know what. But the punter is in the contest and looks like they're going to try to punt it back to us.
1:07 to go in the game. Lebanon will send Jones to return. Ratliff is the punter for the Smyrna Bulldogs.
1:07 is all the time the Blue Devils have. They trail by 1, 14-13. Here's the snap, a bad snap, and Ratliff, he's going to be had way back at the 37-yard line, and barreling in there was Trice, the linebacker, and who else is it? 23, Forrest?
Forrest was in there on the punt rush team, Clyde. They got a bad snap. Ratliff was forced to tuck it away. Smyrna's going to burn a timeout right here to set things up. 1:02 to go in the contest. And folks, hang on. Lebanon has still got some breath in them. 1:02. Terry, the negative yardage on that play.
Tommy, the snap mishandled by the punter, Ratliff, back at the 37, so that's another -12. So Lebanon in Smyrna territory at their 37.
We got a chance. And folks, when you're in a situation like this, that's all you can ask for is a shot. Lebanon has shown some flashes tonight. They've dodged a couple of bullets. It's 14-13 Smyrna. Lebanon has got it at the Smyrna 37-yard line. No timeouts.
And they're throwing into a strong wind.
So the touch pass won't be any good. You're going to have to hum it in there. Lebanon has shown some flashes out of this no huddle, let's go offense. 3 wide outs in the game, no tight end, 3 wide, I formation in the backfield for the Blue Devils.
Jones to the near side, Schaefer and Defendahl to the far side, Lanning underneath. In the eye, Lanning backpedals, looks, fires. He's got Schaefer good at the 22, and he's down there. Lebanon will have to hurry.
That'll
it's a
stop
first
the clock.
down, but that will stop the clock with 56.3 seconds. Schaefer broke open in the middle, and Lanning hit him on the button that time. The pickup down to the 22, and the Blue Devils are still have a little life here. 56.3 seconds. Lebanon. Lanning will spike the ball now to stop the clock. Ball at the 22. 51.1 seconds remaining in the football game as this one is going definitely to the wire.
Lebanon substitutions. Schaefer on the field. Lanning getting the play instruction from Ron Marshall and Randall Hutto. Lebanon gets the opportunity to huddle now with the clock stopped on the spike. 2nd down and 10. Football is at the 22-yard line of Smyrna. We got 51 seconds left in regulation.
3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Lining up under the center. Looks, got a little time, fires, and it's batted down. And it'll be 3rd down. Lanning couldn't find anybody open. Had that one batted down, and that might have been a good thing because it could have been intercepted. It'll be 3rd down now with 46.3 seconds remaining.
Clyde, we got 2 plays, so you don't have to get the bundle. You don't have to get 10 on this play. You can pick up a few yards on a short route, a couple of pass plays here to pick up your 1st down yardage, and still 46 seconds, a lot of time to go. The football at the 22, 3rd and 10.
Well, you can throw a lot of passes in 46 seconds. Lebanon again puts everybody out. The lone setback is Trice, the fullback. Lanning underneath, backpedals. Got a little time. Looks, fires for the end zone. Jones is there. It's intercepted, I think. It is. Intercepted, and Lebanon's shot is gone.
With the interception, Daniel Childs. Lebanon tries to go on top into the end zone, and Childs gets back under it. Jones and Forrest were in the end zone looking for the catch, and Daniel Childs with the interception with 39.4 seconds to go. The touchback, and Smyrna is going to pick up the win here tonight over the Blue Devils. Lebanon out of timeouts. All Smyrna's got to do is take a knee, and that'll do it. Man, that one hurts. That one hurts.
Well, you thought that they might go throw short for the 1st down because they had a little time on the clock, but they go for the whole ball of wax, and it was just kind of up for grabs, and Childs comes down with it.
39.4 seconds. All Smyrna's got to do is take a knee.
And run out the clock. And it'll be the 3rd setback of the year for the Blue Devils and their 2nd in district play. And will even their district record at 2-2. And And Smyrna is going to come up with a big upset here tonight.
Smyrna gets off the deck after starting the season 2-4. They improved to 3-4. Lebanon drops to 4-3.
And that'll do it here at Smyrna. The ball game is history, and the Blue Devils have fallen to Smyrna 14-13. We'll be back after this 2-minute break.
Let's send it down to John on the field with Moose Marshall.
Thanks. Can you hear me? Okay. Coach, you said it. This is the craziest ball game I've ever seen. You just said it's the same for you.
Yeah, it was crazy. We went in and out in the first half because of lightning. When the front came through, buddy, it was cold, and our kids wasn't really dressed for the cold, and of course, Smyrna had the advantage of being able to go on and put warmer clothes on, get a hand warmer for the quarterback, and that type of stuff. And we didn't anticipate it getting this cold this quick. And of course, our guys played hard. We had a bad break here or two. Neighbors bobbled the snap down in the end zone and wound up get it on a 1 foot yard, and we really give them that touchdown. And if we hadn't done that, or we kicked the extra point down here that we missed, it's a different ball game.
Well, tell us about the ineligible downfield on the callback touchdown.
They said that Neighbors was covered up by Jones, which I don't know whether he was or not, and then they said that Neighbors went out, so therefore he's an ineligible receiver downfield. So that's what they called.
Coach, you're shaking. I'm freezing. It's wet. It's cold. We got to forget about this and get ready for next week.
Yeah, we got to get ready for next week, and then get ready for the next and the next and the next, and then we're in control of our own destiny. We went out, we're in the playoffs, and that's what we need to do.
Coach, thanks for coming out. Get warm and get with your team. They've showed a great effort tonight, even in a losing cause. Had one snatched away from us here at Smyrna. We'll take it back to the station with this 2-minute timeout. We'll wrap it up, and we're coming home.